What is going on, basketball fans, and welcome back to NBA GOAT News. And what a game at the Staples Center last night. The Los Angeles Lakers, led by King James himself, pulled off an electrifying comeback against the Memphis Grizzlies with a final score of 128-123. LeBron James was absolutely unstoppable, notching his third straight triple-double with 35 points, 14 assists, and 12 rebounds. The King was in full control, hitting 13 of his 22 shots, including 4 from downtown. Talk about MVP-level basketball. But it wasn't just the LeBron show. Anthony Davis, who found himself in foul trouble late in the third quarter, stormed back in the fourth, scoring 11 of his 21 points when it mattered most. And what a moment it was. Davis sinking a clutch three-pointer with under 5 minutes left to put the Lakers up for good. The Grizzlies didn't go down without a fight, though. Jaren Jackson Jr. led the way for Memphis with 29 points, showcasing why he's one of the league's most versatile big men. And with Marcus Smart back from injury, contributing 14 points, Memphis kept the game razor close. And big props to rookie Dalton Knecht and Ryu Hachimura as well, who added a spark off the bench with 19 points each. Knecht in particular was lights out from beyond the arc, making all 5 of his three-point attempts. The Lakers' 10-2 run to open the fourth was a game-changer, swinging the momentum their way and setting up a nail-biting finish. And guess what? The Lakers hit a season-high 23 pointers, marking their sharpest long-range of performance so far. With this victory, the Lakers are now 6-0 at home, a feat they haven't accomplished since the 2010-2011 season. One thing's for sure is when LeBron is in triple-double mode and AD is clutch, these Lakers squad is hard to stop. And let's talk about the clash between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Philadelphia 76ers. What an absolute thriller, and we've got all the action right here. Buckle up as we break down how Donovan Mitchell and the Cavs made history by clinching their 13th consecutive win to start the season. Heading into the game, Cleveland had the weight of history on their shoulders, aiming to become only the 6th team ever to start the season 13-0. But the 76ers were ready to play spoiler, even without superstar Paul George and Joel Embiid, who sat out for knee maintenance. And talk about stepping up. Jared McCain was on fire, putting up a career-high 34 points to lead the Sixers and keep this game close. Kelly Oubre Jr. added 20 points, while Caleb Martin chipped in with 18, showing Philly's depth and resilience. But the Cavs had their own arsenal. Darius Garland dropped 25 points, and Evan Mobley's defensive plays, combined with his 14 points, kept the pressure on. Still, it was Donovan Mitchell who stole the show when it counted most. With the game teetering in the balance, Mitchell took over like a closer in crunch time. 3 minutes to go, and boom. Three-pointer. A minute later, another dagger from deep. Mitchell nailed 3 clutch triples, turning a tense 1-point lead into a 7-point cushion and effectively breaking Philly's momentum. The Cavs faithful could feel the history being written. As the buzzer sounded, Cleveland had done it. 114-106, a 13-0 start to the season, their first since the LeBron era, putting them alongside the legendary 2015-16 Golden State Warriors, who own the record at 24 straight. Last night in Brooklyn, the Boston Celtics put on an offensive clinic, rolling past the Nets with a commanding 139-114 victory. Jason Tatum was in superstar mode, posting 36 points, 10 assists, and 8 rebounds, while Jaylen Brown added a powerful 24-point, 12-rebound double-double. But it was Peyton Pritchard's surprising contribution, 23 points, 8 assists, and 6 boards, that had fans buzzing. Boston's night wasn't all smooth sailing. The game opened with the Celtics trailing by 13 points, leaving fans holding their breath. But this team doesn't stay down for long. After a sluggish start, the Celtics erupted in the third quarter, hitting their stride with 38 points and sinking 7 of 11 shots from beyond the arc. Derek White, who had quite the first half due to foul trouble, jump-started the team's run with a clutch three-pointer that set the momentum ablaze. By the time the final whistle blew, the Celtics had unloaded a 74-point second half, leaving Brooklyn in the dust. This was Boston's highest-scoring game of the season, a clear message after their narrow 1-point loss to Atlanta just the night before. For the Celtics, this win reinforced their ability to bounce back hard and fast. The duo Tatum and Brown continues to dominate, and when role players like Pritchard step up, the Celtics look near unstoppable. As for the Nets, Ziaire Williams' 23 points were a bright spot, but without key players like Ben Simmons and Dorian Finney-Smith, Brooklyn couldn't keep up. The Chicago Bulls and New York Knicks games last night were insane. The Chicago Bulls and the New York Knicks went down to the wire last night. Zach LaVine came out swinging, putting up an electric 31 points to light up the court. The Bulls dominated early, surging ahead by as many as 22 points in the third quarter, and Kobe White, he was cashing in, adding 22 points with the biggest ones yet to come. But the Knicks weren't going down without a fight. Enter Karl Anthony Towns. He was an absolute beast, scoring a season-high 46 points and grabbing 10 boards. And just when it looked like the Bulls had it in the bag, New York stormed back with a ferocious 17-0 run. Fast forward to crunch time. The Knicks took the lead 123-121 with only 4 seconds left on Jalen Brunson's clutch bucket. The crowd erupted, thinking it was game over, but the Bulls had other plans. On the next possession, Kobe White drew a foul on a deep three-point attempt, courtesy of Josh Hart. Pressure's on. 3 seconds left. White steps up to the line and sinks all 3 free throws. The Knicks had one last shot. Brunson aiming to be the hero, but heartbreak for New York as it rims out at the buzzer. The Bulls escape with a 124-123 victory in a game for the ages. And last night's showdown between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Detroit Pistons was nothing short of epic. Giannis Antetokounmpo put on a scoring clinic, dropping an incredible 59 points. The highest single game total in the NBA this season. He was unstoppable, hitting 21 of 34 shots and going a near perfect 16 of 17 from the line. Oh, and did we mention he also snagged 14 boards and dished out 7 assists? That man was on a mission. But it wasn't all smooth sailing for the Bucks. Down by 18 points in the second half, things looked bleak. The Pistons came out firing, led by Cade Cunningham's 35 points and a red-hot Malik Beasley who poured in 26 points against his former squad, drilling 8 threes in the process. Drama peaked in the final seconds of regulation with the score tied at a 111. Detroit's Ron Holland had a chance to ice it with 2 free throws, but under the bright lights, he missed them both, sending us to overtime. Overtime belonged to Giannis and Brook Lopez, who chipped in with 29 points. The Bucks powered their way to a 127-120 victory, extending their dominance over Detroit to a 22-1 record since 2018. That's 10 straight wins in this matchup. Even without Damian Lillard and Bobby Portis, Milwaukee showed their resilience, and let's not forget, this was Giannis' second best scoring game ever, just shy of his 64-point masterpiece against Indiana. The Sacramento Kings and the Phoenix Suns went head-to-head in a fiery showdown. De'Aaron Fox was an unstoppable force, putting up 29 points and dishing out 10 assists. When the Kings needed a bucket, Fox was there to answer, especially during a crucial stretch in the fourth quarter when he silenced the Suns' comeback with a silky jumper and a dagger three-pointer. And how about Kevin Huerter? He was red hot, scoring a season-high 22 points and making sure Sacramento stayed in command. The Kings' offense was clicking, hitting 11 of 22 from deep, a huge improvement from their last meeting with Phoenix. Sabonis did it all, 11 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists. His presence on both ends set the tone, giving the Kings that winning edge. For the Suns, Josh Okogie stepped up big with a season-high 25 points and 8 boards. Devin Booker added 18, but without stars Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, and Grayson Allen, the Suns faced an uphill battle. The turning point? Early in the third quarter, Fox started past Mason Plumlee, igniting a 10-2 run that pushed Sacramento's lead and shifted momentum their way. Final score, 127-101, Kings on top. The Suns showed grit, pushing back hard in the fourth, but Sacramento's defense held strong when it mattered. So are we witnessing the rise of the next great NBA stars? After last night's jaw-dropping performances, it's hard to argue otherwise. If you want more NBA game highlights, recaps, and news like this, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.